I got questions. How y'all doing? And welcome. Thank y'all for coming on in. Thank y'all for coming on in. Sit yourself right on down. Monday, August the 4th. August the 4th, 20 to 25. I am Willie. We appreciate y'all for joining the player. Hit the thumbs up button, hit the like button, the share button and stuff. Make us circulate. What it do, man? How's everybody living? How's everybody living? Give yourselves a pat on the back. Y'all have made it for a whole nother week. You still alive out here. That is that thing that should be called a blessing, ain't it? It's a blessing. Um, you say, oh, Willie, your content is finally showing up on my TikTok. Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. I've been putting a few things on TikTok lately and stuff. Try to grow the brand. Try to do stuff like that right there. Say the Bronson Yorkers in the bit. Say what poppin' past the lake 30 minutes of 5. What it do? What it do? Ohio's up in this thing. Say hey, chat from Tyler, Texas. What's happening? There. Birmingham, Alabama is checking on in. Say, hey, Willie and chat, Tyler, Texas is up in here. Say, we made it, y'all. We showing up did. We still here. Shout out to Jay for the $6 cash app. I appreciate that right there. Thank you. New Jersey's up in the building. Said the 732 pimping what's happening. The 817, the DFW is here for slow moving Monday midday madness. I appreciate you for being around here. For real. The 334 to go Monkey Town is up in the building. What it do. This is what I like to see. Baton Rouge, Louisiana is up in here. You say what it is. You say what it's going to be. You say Passer and chat fam. What's happening? Nebraska is up in the building. Say the 256. Alabama's up in the building. Come on in. Don't be afraid. Y'all share with a friend. Tell a friend. Tell a friend to come on around here. Get them some good news and then get back to your life. You know what I'm saying? Bam. Shout out to Jermaine. For the $1 cash app. Say for the midday support. I appreciate that right there. I'm trying to press a button and can't. There it is. Nah, it's working for me. Tennessee is up in the building. Come on. You say, well, at MacTown, Georgia, or MacTown, GA, the 478 is in the building. Appreciate y'all, man. I really, really do. This slow moving Monday, y'all. Yeah. Coming off the weekend. It'd be a lot going on. We have to start back waking up on time and stuff like that right there so we can do our jobs. I got a question. I have a few questions. What? I've talked a lot about what we is learning in schools and like in college and stuff like that. What the education everywhere. Things that we be learning and things that I be like, you know what, it don't make no sense to learn this right here because like we really won't be using stuff. A lot of things we really do not use stuff unless we go in a specific field in the future. You know what I'm saying? Like trigonometry. Like who uses trigonometry every day? Who is even using geometry every day? The masses ain't gonna ever use geometry and have never used geometry, But I was thinking, why do we need to know what a noun is? Huh? I was sitting here. I was sitting on my lazy boy. I finally started sitting on my lazy boy. Let's see. What is a noun? A noun is like the person, place, or thing, right? All right. So we know what a noun is, right? But why? Why do we need to know that a person, place, or a thing is a noun? And do y'all know that that's something that because if I'm not mistaken, like in high school, you had to take like 4 Englishes, right? Is it 4 Englishes or was it 3 Englishes? I know that is at least 3 maths, right? But the Englishes. Do we know, or wait, no, not do we know? How often have you used the word noun? How often have you used the word verb? I believe that the only reason or the only way or the only time that we actually get to use those words is if we is, let's say, if we write in maybe books or um you a teacher. I don't know. I don't know. But my problem was we had to take so many years of something that, do we even use this stuff? There's a lot of things that we went to school for that we really did not. Second algebra. Algebra 2. It says sentence structures matter. Okay, bam, 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 bam. Got it. I'm pointing out the words noun, the word verb, the word adjective. I understand that we have persons, places, and things. I get that part right there. I understand that. Mm-hmm. But we just put so much learning on these terminologies, which I guess I am like this. All right, bam. A lot of things that should have been taught, I don't think that it should have been taught 3-4 years straight. I think that there's a hell of a lot of things that could have been taught in school that still is not being taught in school instead of doing it 3-4 years straight. It make no sense to me. Say Willie speaking Ebonics. Say we speaking Ebonics. For real. He say Willie speaking on old stuff. He say it was a universal teaching. Yes, he did. Listen. A whole bunch of the stuff, it was like the universal teaching, and that's why we failing. That's the big problem. We was all taught the same shit. Not all. So let me tell you the back. So we wasn't all. The majority of people, the majority of people back then went to public schools. It was a real small amount of people who went to private school. So in the public school systems, we all learned the same thing. Now, just because they taught the same thing, don't mean that it benefited us. They all taught the wrong things. They taught a lot of right things. They all taught. The public schools taught a lot of right. They taught a lot of wrong. Again, I just pointed out some things that we've never used. Questions for those of you who is in higher education, higher like colleges and stuff like that right there. With the classes that y'all have to pay for, the classes that you have to, there's certain degrees where you have to take, what is that thing called? I think y'all do take ethics and y'all statistics and damn it, it was a few more. It was a few more things that a lot of y'all take like 10, 12 classes that they tell you that you need. Now, for those of you who have graduated and got your degrees, in all of those classes, have you used anything out of all of those classes that you paid for? They need to learn more basic life skills. That's because the basic life skills is more important than anything we learned in school. Basic life skills. How to grow. How to survive is like your basic life skills. Cooking, growing food, financial, money, about money, and place to live. Real estate. They used to teach food. Well, cooking. I think they barely then. In some schools they would teach plants and stuff like that, how to plant it with the soil. We did that stuff in science. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't those mandatory classes. It wasn't like a mandatory. Yeah. We listen. They had the home economics, but watch this. Home economics wasn't mandatory. Home economics was a half a year. Hmm? You will have home economics for one half, and then you will have personal fitness for the other half. So you ain't farming, Willie. Not right now. Not. Listen. When I start planting my stuff, because I have been talking about starting growing and stuff. I am gonna record this stuff and I'm gonna put it up on the internet. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna put this stuff on the internet. The reason that I know how to grow some stuff because I had this thing called parents and I had this thing called grandparents. Yeah. So I know how to plant shit and grow shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, electives. The home economics was electives. Shop classes and agriculture. All of those things should have been mandatory courses. They wasn't. They was electives. But I'm gonna teach you about a noun and a verb and an adjective 4 years straight. Just saying. He said my home economic teacher was racist. Got to be more careful. He said when I was in high school, I took horticultural classes, which I can plant my own food and grow everything. Now listen, the horticultural, that wasn't even in every school. It was certain schools that had that, and it was an elective. Again, should have been mandatory. So you can't plant in the flower bed. Willie say, how many acres we got? Listen, I am going to do the raised beds. I'm doing raised beds. Yeah. Sure enough is. It may be next summer, next spring or something like that when I go ahead on and get my hands dirty again. Yeah, no. They say in middle school I took the home economics, woodworking, and some more stuff. Yeah. The things that damn it just hit me. The things that was electives was the things that we needed more than the things that wasn't electives. Think about that. The things that was mandatory, it was useful, but wasn't as useful as the things that was electives. He say, Willie, we don't believe you, small yard down in Miami. Nah, I ain't in Miami no more. Player to upgrade long. Decades ago. I promise you. I'm just saying, y'all, I was just sitting back thinking, because school is back in, y'all. School is back in, and I know it's back in Florida. It's back in Florida, and it may be back in, yeah, because I got a store, and I think that this is out of Memphis. I think that they back in the school in Memphis too. Let's go ahead on and touch on a few things on this slow moving Monday. Thank y'all for joining the player. Y'all, we also screaming summer everywhere else. I can't say, but I'm pointing. We is in the green, we in the blue, and we also is in the blue and black. I keep forgetting to add the icon. But we in other places, and I appreciate y'all for being around there. What it is, bam, slap that, got that. Make sure everything is popping. Let me refresh this right here, what I'm looking at. What did he just say? He said Texas students cannot have cell phones this year. Oh, speaking of cell phones, got one for you. Let's go around here to Memphis real quick. It says school sees success. The school sees success after banning cell phones after the new state law. Here we go.
5:13, welcome back into Daybreak. Students across the Memphis area are headed back to class today, and for the first time, many will do so without their cell phone in hand. A new Tennessee law bans cell phones during instructional time. Now, we know this might be an adjustment for you and your student, and while many districts were forced to tweak their policies to comply, we visited a high school where cell phones have been banned for more than a year, a move they say has decreased distractions and increased student success.
It is decreased distractions. Now they also is about to interview our beautiful sisters out here. They're gonna at least one sister they is gonna interview, and children's best left with their mama. Them, I promise you. Go ahead.
Because when you are getting 600 and something cell phones every day, you're going to have a strict system.
A veteran educator, Dr. LaDonna Braswell, considers herself a courageous leader. So it's with that spirit, she and her team at Liberty Tech High School in Jackson, Tennessee, took a bold step last year and banned cell phones.
They're right here.
Okay, so they don't even enter this part of the building until they've dropped off the cell phones and gone through the metal detector.
That's right.
Dr. Braswell implemented a similar policy at a middle school where she was principal, and now for the second year at Liberty, cell phones are taken up at the beginning of the day and given back at the end. How did it work?
Seamlessly. It was the best. If you ever ask any of our teachers, and then some scholars, they'll tell you it's the best thing that has happened.
It starts here every morning. The concession stand converted to the cell phone room.
They hand me the cell phone, I put it in here, and I give the ticket to, the tickets have the same number on it, so I give one to the scholar and I put one in the bag.
Student cell phones and all wearable devices are placed in a large plastic bag.
Cell phones and wearable devices. Let me get that watch too. Let me get that watch. Play one.
Zipped up, and then it goes
into a box labeled with the student's fourth block teacher. The cell phone room is locked until the boxes are delivered to the teachers at the end of the school day.
Match the ticket, he'll call this number, and if they match, the kid gets the cell phone.
Now, how many of y'all see this as a plus? How many of you good people, you good parents, see this as a plus right here? Huh? I think that is a plus, because you eliminate the distractions. Let's get children back to learning in the classroom instead of looking at notifications on their phone. Here we go.
First time a student violates the policy, the school keeps the phone until the next day. 2 strikes, it's 3 days. A third offense leaves discretion to the principal.
Should never give it back to them at the 3rd strike.
Our children bought in quicker than parents, believe it or not.
The children, she say bought in, I'm going to say complied. Was more of in compliance than they parents. The children was willing to comply more than the parents. Yeah, I'm gonna say it like that right now. The children was willing to comply more than the parents. What that tell y'all?
Question to the principal.
Our children bought in quicker than parents, believe it or not.
Parents who were mainly concerned about safety.
We had to explain to the parents.
Watch it.
Regardless of what may happen at the school, the cell phone is not going to be an extra layer of safety.
I think
they had to explain to the parents. Now, who y'all think the parents that they had to explain this to? Y'all think it was fathers? Y'all know good as hell well that it wasn't no damn fathers that they had to explain that the phones will not keep your child safe. Your phone got nothing to do with safety. Or your child's phone has nothing to do with safety. Go ahead. Oh, wait. Let me back it up a smidge.
Not going to be an extra layer of safety.
I think it's a little bit absurd because emergencies do happen at the school.
Memphis Shelby County school parents like Tamara Barnett, who opposed the idea, expressed similar worries.
Sometimes there's bomb threats, active shooters, and, the kids are afraid, and they need to call their parents.
The school board
they may need to call their parents. This is why children is best with their mama them. I think that this is, what is the word that she just used? What's the word?
I think it's a little bit absurd.
I think it's absurd that you ain't matching. What if we was to do that right now? I think that is absurd that this shit right here that's wrapped around don't match your damn shirt, don't match your book bag, don't match your umbrella. Go ahead.
Because emergencies do happen at the school.
And when emergencies happen, a phone call to their parents does nothing.
Memphis Shelby County school parents like Tamara Barnett, who opposed the idea, expressed similar worries.
Sometimes there's bomb threats, active shooters,
Right.
and, the kids are afraid, and they need to call their parents.
Call their parents to do what?
The school board just approved a new policy requiring devices be powered off and stored out of sight in a designated location. Austin Hall is an 11th grader who hopes to get around the new rule his mom supports.
11th grader hopes to get around the new rule. That his mama support. His mama's down with it. Shout out to Phyllis for the $1 cash app. Say late happy Monday. Say, hey, Miss Shirley, prayers. Love you, Willie, love you back. Appreciate that right there, Miss Shirley. We want to hear from you. Here we go.
I also do understand why y'all are bailing folks, because a lot of students have been cheating lately. ChatGPT take pictures of the tests and stuff. I understand that. And I understand why y'all want to get rid of that, but I'm still going to have my phone, so
Say it again,
I
please.
understand that. And I understand why y'all want to get rid of that, but I'm still going to have my phone, so
And then when you get suspended, expelled, because you're not willing to comply, meaning that in your everyday life outside of school, you is willing to not comply also. So when you end up in jail with a knee on your neck, don't be out here crying. Don't be out here crying. There is a rule that has been put in place, and now you just told people on national television you're not going to comply.
And I understand why y'all want to get rid of that, but I'm still going to have my phone, so
You understand why, but you're going to have yours, meaning that you have no good reason why you shouldn't comply.
I'm 100% in with there being the ban. I feel like the students are so distracted while they're in school. They have their headphones in, and they're always not focused on their schoolwork. So
And if y'all don't give our sister a pat on the back for her low cut out here, go ahead.
I feel like the ban would allow them to completely focus.
Focus is exactly what Dr. Braswell says her students have found.
We don't have a lot of distractions, and we don't have a lot of disciplinary issues. Our disciplinary infractions were down by 33% just in this first year.
And what the data can't say, but Braswell sees, is kids are connecting.
If you walk by the classroom, they're having small group conversation. You go in the cafeteria, they are talking to one another. They are having school.
Oh, actually
Like it used to be back when we was coming up, we used to have to talk to each other.
having school, she says. Now, Braswell admits it was trial and error at first, so communication is key, which means schools have to communicate with parents, and parents, we can't be afraid to ask questions. And on the topic of safety for a moment, Braswell says some students indicated they actually feel safer coming into the building because there aren't as many fights, which were often sometimes planned on cell phones. Now, Max, for example, my own son's school is shifting to having those phones collected and placed in bins at the beginning of the day.
It said that there's not so many fights because the fights was planned on the phones through the social media apps. And do y'all understand? Watch this. There will damn near be no fights now because you can't record. People can't go viral now. People in school that cannot go viral. Do y'all even understand that they would not fight? They would not do the dumb things that they've been out here doing because now you can't get your numbers up. There's no phones.
So no one is alone in this. We're all going to be going through this together, particularly this school year. Coming up in the next half hour, a closer look at how other districts are dealing with.
Yep. I like this little policy. I like this policy, and it needs to be implemented. Hell, this should be by federal law. Damn it, the federal law need to stay no cell phones in schools. You say can't call their ignorant parents. Facts. You say Willie, they fought wigs. They fought wigs in school in Fort Smith, Arkansas, and the schools caved in. These things are crazy nowadays. Yeah. You say they can still plan the fights after school. Well, yeah, they could, but the problem is typically the things the attention span is so damn short with these kids. If they was to playing some 5:36, some 7 o'clock in the morning, you know what I'm saying? By the time we get out of class, it's tired. People tired. People done forgot about the fight that's supposed to happen, and people forgot about like the arguments or whatever it is. Because the thing about planning fights in school on social media, people get to constantly comment. People get to constantly boost things up and actually make things worse. So can they plan before school? Yeah, but I don't think that they would get the amount of attention even after school when they fight. But I think that this is a real good thing. And for all the parents who see this as a problem, you is the problem. You is the problem. And I'm sick of parents using that doggone excuse, or I'm sick of these good mamas using that excuse, because there's threats that happen at the school, and how is we supposed to know what's going on? You're going to know what's going on like the rest of the people in the country finds out what's going on when there is a real threat at the school. You know, they go public and they put it in the media, and that's how we find out. And once we find out in other states and we watching y'all on television, what we find out is you as parents be sitting outside of the school 3, 4, 5 hours before you can even get your hands on your children. So you done already clocked out. You done missed time on your doggone job to go out there and wait, knowing you would not get your child until 3, 4 hours after the incident. So I would not want my child to be in school being able to call me because there's an active shooter. I would like to find out, like on the radio or something like that right there, or from another coworker or something, like, hey, you know that they got they had a shooting at the school at such and such and such. Oh man, my child go to that school. Let me Google it. Let me see what time that it happened, so I know in about 3, 4 hours then they will release the kids. You know what I'm saying? So I can continue my job. That's what I'm trying to do. Continue my own job so I can continue to take care of the damn child. Y'all cannot be taking off, going to sit out here at these doggone schools, waiting in line, anxious and depressed. Well, not depressed, but anxious and stuff, trying to see if your baby was shot. At least finish your shift. I think that's the more respectable thing to do. Finish your shift, finish your job, because business must go on. Moving right along, I ain't gonna eat much hold. We had 128 thumbs up. I missed the 100, but I do appreciate y'all being over 100 on this slow moving Monday. Man, let's jump into this here, because this is something that I really want to do. It's something that I really want to talk about. Oh man, I want to do this. No. This is the one. I promise you, this one gonna make y'all feel some type of way, and I do appreciate y'all for being around here, man. Listen, boy, y'all go ahead on and support the player. I need support, like I always say. Y'all hit the thumbs up and hit that share button. I should be on everybody's social media account if y'all just share it to your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram, and all that fly stuff right there. Oh man. You say done missed 3, 4 hours of pay. I'm trying to tell you, got to be more careful. Listen, I understand that y'all is emotional and you want to get to y'all kids, but y'all have watched me do so many shows, and y'all have watched on the media talk about so many school shootings, and y'all see the parents out there, and you see the parents complaining that it took them 3, 4, 5 hours to give us our children. We didn't know what was going on. So now you already know in your district or wherever your children go to school at, and it is an active school shooter, don't run on out there to the damn school. It's stupid. Don't run out to the school. There's nothing you can do. Nothing. We've seen it. We've seen nothing that you could do. So just hear what it is, man. But we got to be smarter. We got to be smarter. A lot of y'all check the check. A lot of y'all check the check. Imagine you miss 4 hours of work. 5 hours of work. Jesus. First of the month still coming. First of the month still coming. People that still want their money. But you short now. Yeah, what it is. You're going to have to do a whole bunch of 3750s out here. But anyway, I'm going to show y'all something. And this is how society will continue to fail. Society, let me grab this right here then. Society will continue to fail because we still will give females passes no matter, even if they make the decisions. Society will continue to fail as long as we is okay, we is all right. It is acceptable for women to make decisions and don't be held accountable. But a man will always be held accountable. Don't believe me? I got a beautiful story here. I have a 68-year-old man who allegedly flew out a teen girl to Florida, my state, stand your ground state, but speech, go home, say, please don't run up win 5 life state, for sex, a shopping spree, and gifts. A 68-year-old man flies out a teenage girl to Florida for sex, shopping spree, and gifts. Guess who's being held accountable? Here we go.
Delray Beach man now accused of paying a teenage girl to fly to Florida for sex, and after he allegedly took her on a shopping spree at the Town Center Mall in Boca Raton. CBS 12's Al Peffley joining us from the mall tonight with the details of this federal criminal case.
Shout out to G for the $2 super chat. He say, work till your shift over. F them mofo churn. That's what's up.
The details of the case.
Yeah, she got flew out. Yeah. A teenager. But go ahead.
Are spelled out in this federal criminal complaint. Not only did Ronald Frankel allegedly have sex with a teenage girl multiple times, the prosecutors say he also lavished her with gifts that he bought for her here at this mall. It's a connection that started on Tinder. Prosecutors say 68-year-old Ronald Frankel of Delray Beach met a 17-year-old Iowa girl on the dating app who was reportedly looking for a sugar daddy.
We have a teenager who was looking for a what? A sugar daddy on a where? On a adult app. Got it.
This progressed to FaceTime video calls. Frankel got her to do this while she was nude multiple times a week, allegedly paying her $200 to $300 each time, offering more if she pleasured herself. But that wasn't enough for him. Prosecutors say in January, Frankel sent her $1,000 on Venmo for a plane ticket to Florida. She told her mother at Frankel's direction that she would be going to Florida with friends.
Oh, so she also lied to her mother of the reason that she was going to Florida. This is why her mother was okay with her getting on a plane by herself. Well, not by herself, with friends. Her mother allowed, watch this, a mother allowed a teenager to fly to Florida with friends. Shout out to Red Eagle for the $2 cash shot. He laugh out loud. He say, "What is a 3750?" Oh, that's when you selling a little bit. That's when you out here sex working. It should not go. The pay should not go over 3750. What the price should not go over 3750. In anything over 3750 is price gouging. Yes.
So on January 31st, she flew from Des Moines to Fort Lauderdale International Airport, where Frankel arranged for her to be picked up by a black Cadillac and brought to his home in this gated community near Delray Beach.
She flew from Iowa. Was it Iowa or Ohio? I think it was Iowa to Florida. Not the next state over, just multiple states. Go ahead on, daughter. You can go with your friends.
The criminal complaint reports multiple sexual occasions, one of which Frankel paid $3,000 for. On February 1st, Frankel allegedly drove the girl in a Lamborghini to a nail salon and to the mall in Boca Raton, where prosecutors say they went to Goriana, where he bought her a diamond necklace and bracelet. Other gifts he reportedly bought include a MacBook, AirPods, and clothing from Lululemon and Aloe. Then they went back to his home and had sex again. The next day, he allegedly paid her $1,000 for riskier sexual behavior.
I don't know what riskier sexual behavior means, but it's probably like a good thing.
The criminal complaint says, quote, Frankel asked the minor victim multiple times if she had any friends she could introduce who Frankel could pay for sex.
Do you have any friends that's like you? Bitch, I got that paper. Bitch, do you got any friends that's like you? I'm trying to hunt some. Do y'all understand that we is more mad at the man. We more disgusted with the man, though.
Frankel then ordered a car to take her back to the airport, and on February 2nd, she flew back to Des Moines.
We're sorry, you have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service.
We tried to reach Frankel by phone, and we also tried to go to Frankel's home in this gated neighborhood seeking comment, but we were not allowed past the guard gate. If convicted, Frankel faces a possible maximum sentence of life in prison and a fine of up to $250,000. In Boca Raton, Al Pefley, CBS 12 News.
Come on, dog. How does that make any sense? I know what y'all think about Willie. It was a minor. Well, they did say a teen girl. Notice they did not tell us the age of the teen girl. I want y'all to also understand this right here, too. Watch this. Teen girl on an adult app. How did he know that she was a teen? They never said that, okay, the girl told her that she was a teen. And you would think a girl that's a teen would not be masturbating on camera and on film for me, you know. We doing the FaceTime things and stuff like that right there. And she feeling on herself and all that. You would think that a teenager, because, you know, y'all don't think that teenagers be doing this type of stuff because, Willie, they just kid. Yeah. So it would shock a man, or it should shock a man that, oh, man, she doing all this right here. Hell no, this ain't no teen. I wouldn't think that it's a teen because I met this person on Tinder, the adult app. They never said that the teen say, well, I told him how old I was. Oh, see, they ain't do that right there. Not in this case. You say she was a part of the Trump team? You say ain't no monkey worth these charges, bitch. For real though. Notice something. So if they trying to charge him and he's looking at life and a $250,000 fine, why in the heck you gonna give me life and fine me $250,000? Y'all ain't finna get no damn money. That's just stupid. Yeah, he shouldn't be charged. Somebody else said, man, but he's 68 years old. Yeah, he about out of here. He done worked all his damn life. He got that paper. Hey, he need to be banging all the young girls that he can. Notice something. He's still able to have sex at 68. Shout out to G for the $2 super chat. Say Siri, play "Touch Myself" by Divinings. I don't know them people name. Divines. Divinians. I don't know. She said that she was 17. She said that she was 17, but is that what she told him? 68, man, you didn't have to work so hard. Oh man. Life for this, but not for the mama that abandoned her 5 kids. Yeah. Abandoned her kids for 5 years. Yep. 16 is grown. Ain't it, man? Hold on. What is the age of consent in Idaho? Idaho is 18. I think they said Idaho, right? What is the age of consent in Ohio? See, Ohio is 16. So, hold on. We got to bag it up. Is they saying Ohio or Idaho?
Girl to fly to Florida for sex, and after he allegedly, a beach man now accused of paying a teenage girl to fly to Florida for sex, and after he allegedly took her on a shopping spree at the Town Center Mall in Boca Raton. CBS 12's Al Pefley joining us from the mall tonight with...
Oh, Iowa. Iowa's what, you right? What is the age of consent in Iowa? 16. Now I want y'all to think about this right here. The problem is he flew her to Florida, which is 18. And then it's still, it's legal in Iowa. It's legal in Iowa for the 16 to be smashed or something. But still, y'all, we don't even know how because the title was flew a teen girl. We don't know. We don't know how old the teen girl was, but she had to be a minor, so it had to be under 18, right? But he flew her to Florida, which it is illegal.
The details of this federal criminal case.
The details of the case are spelled out in this federal criminal complaint. Not only did Ronald Frankel allegedly have sex with a teenage girl multiple times, the prosecutors say he also lavished her with gifts that he bought for her here at this mall.
So I want y'all to understand. So now there's also pointing out that men shouldn't buy females lavish gifts and stuff. Because they're demonizing him for having sex and buying lavish gifts. So lavish gifts is also a problem if the sex is a problem, right?
For her here at this
or is it just because it was to a teenager?
Mall. It's a connection that started on Tinder. Prosecutors say 68-year-old Ronald Frankel of Delray Beach met a 17-year-old Iowa girl on the dating app who was reportedly looking for a sugar daddy.
Met a 17-year-old. Yeah. All right. So now we know that she was 17 in Iowa. Legal. Not in Florida. She's on Tinder. Adult app. I'm so confused. I am so confused. But then when you read the comments, everybody's just so disgusted with the 68-year-old. But nobody is disgusted. Y'all do understand that she hunched the 68-year-old man by choice. Y'all understand this right here, right? She was looking for what is they call a sugar daddy. Sugar daddies is typically what? Over 50? Hell, it could be over 40. So if a lot of people think that a 68-year-old banging this 17-year-old is disgusting and nasty, then it should be disgusting and nasty the other way around, right? Shout out to Simone for the $1 cash app. You say, who told? Sounds like a failed extortion attempt. That's a good point. They never said who told. They never said how they found this out. He said, technically not his fault. Tinder is an 18 and older app. Listen. I hope his lawyer know about this right here. He say he was either misled by the girl or the app didn't verify age. Honestly, this girl knew what she was doing. And I bet anything that this was definitely not her first time doing something strange for some change. I like him. That's the first comment that I'm looking at. Damn it, I like him. I'm sick of us giving people who's making these decisions a pass. I'm so sick of these goddamn stories. I promise you. Shout out to Miss Buckgood for the $2 cash app. You say, Pastor, in your words, you say she sought him out. Facts. She was looking for a sugar daddy. Someone who's older than her. Remember how they been saying that, Willie, they just children. Don't nobody want to smash it. Ain't adult. And I've been trying to tell y'all for the longest, women have been attracted to older men. Mothers have raised their children from back in the days. You better find you a man who got something. Typically, the boys who were their daughter's age don't have anything. So who is the mother talking about? She's talking about older men who have, who is established. This has always been like a thing, but now we're shocked. Even that men want younger women. You ain't got nothing in common with them. Then why in the hell has mothers been teaching their daughters to deal with older women if they ain't got nothing in common? The number one thing that any female have in common with a man is that they got that meat. My bad. Is that they got that monkey. That's the number one commonality that we agree with, or that we agree on. Either charge both of them or neither one. She's just as compliant. I'm starting to like these people. I'm starting to like these people. Say, what great parents. He said, instead of asking the dude for comment, let's ask the parent. So she was an escort who targeted him. Uh-oh, look at these people. She knew what she was doing. I like it. She wanted to be a paid gal. If she won't stop now. Facts. Nothing happens to her. She knows exactly what she was doing. She needs to be charged for prostitution as well. Facts. How was he able to get away with spending money on an underage girl without permission from her family? Well, that's a silly question right there. This person just said, how was he able to get away with spending money on an underage girl without permission from her family? What do you mean? We got the internet. You can send anybody money. She was doing strange things on video and he would cash out. But like what do you mean without permission from her family? That just don't make no sense. He say this is on Tinder. Why is a child able to sign up on Tinder? If she was 19, it would still be weird, but not an offense. I will sue Tinder. Yes. Why doesn't she go to jail for being a prostitute? Man, shout out to all these good people. Things is changing now. A lot of people now, what I am seeing, a lot of people is starting to hold females accountable. Say, well, she got her sugar daddy. At least she's still alive. I don't know what at least she's still alive mean. You say, first of all, how does a parent send an underage child on a plane with friends? I said the same thing, right? So you just going to send your child to Iowa? From Iowa to Florida? Well, hell, a lot of them, well, no, because I was just thinking about prom and stuff like that right there. But, the graduation, but typically they are 18 and they would come like travel out to Florida and stuff like that right there for the summers and stuff. But, yada. He says, sounds like the elderly man was being scammed. He say 1,000 for sex. He say, yeah, for sure he was being taken advantage of. Nobody wants to point that out. He was being used and abused. Why is this poor guy responsible? She was on Twitter. She lied about her age to open the account. Facts. But hold on. But he's 68. Ew. He was doing what he was supposed to do. Get him an old young Tinder off one of these apps and smash something. Period, point blank. Do y'all think that older men feel some type of way because a lot of y'all think that they shouldn't be smashing younger chicks? A lot of y'all, move right along. A lot of y'all don't even much understand. An older man should feel proud that he's able to smash these young tenders. Just to have the ability to get him a young tender is impressive. A lot of y'all don't understand this right here. The ability for an older man to be smashing one of these 18, 19, 20-year-olds, that is impressive. Yeah. Not only is his blood flowing right, or not only he has assistance with the blood flow, he able to smash a few times. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to tell y'all, a lot of players out here is struggling with ED, right? Erectile dysfunction. And I say the reason that a lot of them be having problems with like the circulation, they just need them a young tender. They need them a young tender. Ladies, if your man is suffering from ED, the best way to get his fluid circulating or get his blood circulating right, bring him another woman in there. Try to tell you so. Bring him another woman in there. That thing gonna stand at attention. Trying to tell you something. Shout out to Popcorn and Pajamas for the $5 super chat. He say, although I don't agree with it, in 20 states it's legal for a 16-year-old to consent with sex. Yes. Yes. And in some states it's 15. This is why I be trying to teach. I be trying to tell y'all, listen, y'all morals is based off the laws of the land and not off of your like religious belief. Hell, if your morals was based off your religious beliefs, when a female have her menstruation, if the laws was based, if your morals was based off your religion, when a female have her period, she's ready, according to your book. But a lot of you really, really do think that y'all morals is based off your religion. Your morals is based off the laws of the land. Your morals is based off your state. It just is. But that's why we having to point stuff out to people. Say women used to tell young girls use their feminine wiles to finesse a player. Yes, this is back when they used to be able to finesse because they was taught. They was taught this. Stay feminine, sugar. They had movies and videos of how to teaching females how to be ladies. Ladies, present yourself as a classy lady. Be more feminine. Cross your legs. Do not bend straight over. Lean to the side and pick some up. You know what I'm saying? Walk proper. When you eat, don't put your elbows on the table. Speak softly, never raise your voice. Look a man in his eyes. Lick your lips. Keep your breath fresh. It says it's called grooming. It's called grooming. Yeah. Etiquette. Etiquette. Women used to teach that to other women. To the up and coming girls. Just saying. Did you say that I was logged off? I'm logged off of what? I'm still up, ain't it? Can y'all still see me? Can y'all still see me? I am screaming summer everywhere, but can y'all still see me on the tube? Let me know. Let me know. I'm still screaming. Hello? Somebody tell me something. I'm still here. All right. Bam. Say to the virgins, make use of your time. That's what I'm talking about. He say breath smell like old Hennessy. That's a problem. I'm just saying though, man. They have been teaching it for a very, very long time. And that's why I've said often, ladies, whatever happened to finessing the player? Females have lost that art of finessing a man because they want to be men so bad. It's a problem. Moving right along. I ain't gonna even much hold you. Y'all, we got a quick little update. We got an update. Remember we talked about the brawl that was in Cincinnati? And I showed y'all the picture of our white queen who got hit and knocked down, her face all bruised, all up and shit out there. Well, she's speaking out. She's speaking out. Oh, he said, I told you to log off, Willie, talking about bring in another woman. I'm just saying, listen. I'm trying to help with ED. What a lot of people don't understand, well, what a lot of women don't understand, because it's just a lot of women just don't understand it. Once we smash y'all, it ain't like that no more. It's not exciting anymore. Like that, you know. We still like smashing all that fly stuff right there, but it's players will tell y'all the best monkey is new monkey. It's kind of like how a lot of men and women say the best parts of relationship is like the first 3 to 6 months. It's the most exciting part of a relationship. And they wish that they can always have the 3 to 6 months. Because after that, then we got to get back to real life. You know, after the 6 months, we get back to the real life. The excitement is gone. Quick. There's nothing like them first 3 to 6 months. I don't care how long you've been together and how much you love your significant other. If you're keeping it real with yourself, the first 3 to 6 months was the best. Just saying. Let's let this sister who done got hit, knocked out, outside, speak to us viewers.
Now to our top story, the woman who was beaten during that violent downtown brawl, speaking out for the very first time in a video posted to social media. WLWT News 5 reached out to that woman. Her first name is Holly. She gave us permission to share her message. News 5's Daisy Kershaw joining us live with what she had to say. Daisy?
What you say?
Hi there, Aaron. You know, so many of you at home have seen photos of Holly's injuries circulating online, shown here also on WLWT, and video of the moment that she's beaten and thrown to the ground in that brawl has been shared hundreds of thousands of times.
She was not beaten and thrown to the ground. She was hit, and she fell to the ground.
Tonight, she took to social media to share an update on how she is doing. So in that video, she said that it's been a really difficult time for her and there's still a long road to recovery.
When I tell y'all, when our Lighter Hue sisters be bruised like this right here, they look like corpse. They look like they found her like on the beach, like a body found out here in these creeks.
In that video, she said that it's been a really difficult time for her and there's still a long road to recovery ahead. She was left with black eyes, severe bruising on her face, and a serious brain trauma. But Holly also shared that she is thankful, referencing the thousands of people who have shared kind messages, donated to a fundraiser set up to help her family through this time. That's now hit roughly $175,000. Holly taking that video herself and giving us permission to share her message with you all tonight. Take a listen.
Oh, man, I had them misses right here. Shout out to Miss Buckgood for the $2 cash app. Say, Pastor, in your words, she saw the mind. I said that right there. My bad. Go ahead, y'all. I'm tripping.
I just want to say thank you so much to everyone for all of the love and support. It's very humbling that you have sent your prayers, your blessings. It's definitely what's keeping me going. And you have just brought back faith in humanity. So God bless you all. And thank you. I appreciate everything that you're doing for me.
Prayers going out to your sister. Prayers going out to that baby. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We heard from city leaders a big update just this past Friday on the safety measures that they're putting in place in response to what happened downtown, and also an update on this investigation. So Chief Terry Thietje said that they have now identified 6 victims and 6 suspects. So far, 4 arrests have been made. Reporting live tonight, Daisy Kershaw.
See, at least she had the right underwear on. Facts. Because we saw panties. And nobody pulled that dress down.
WLWT News 5.
And thank you for that update, Daisy. Now, we're leading the way as this story continues to develop. Find our complete coverage by scanning this QR code or by going to our website, WLWT.com.
But it did not have to hit our Lighter Hue sister like that. Jesus. Now, listen. You can hit a Lighter Hue woman one time and she will look like a corpse. I'm saying this for a reason. Players. You going to jail. Look. You going to jail. I don't know what to tell you, pimp. When they catch up with Buddy, your hair's going down today, boy. You don't do no white queen like this. He hit her once. Her lip busted. Her cheek bruised, her eye bruised. This side over here look damaged off of one blow. Her neck looks swole, and y'all got to be careful out here. Hold on, let me see this. She healing now. That baby healing now, But this right here got a little more. This like, she got to go back to wearing makeup. Baby, where your makeup at? Put your makeup back on, baby. Be right on back out here soliciting, doing you. Moving right along. I ain't gonna even much hold you. I'm just trying to tell y'all something. He said 8 pieces with a biscuit and 5 peppers. That is dead blood. That is exactly how it looks. I'm trying to tell y'all. You're like a whole corpse out here, man. This is why I say we have to learn how to chastise, how to correct and instruct, how to get some understanding, how to do all that. See, but I had told y'all, an open hand, a player like you. A closed fist, he hates you. Baby, I don't know why he was hating you. I don't know what had to happen, but he hates you, baby. Told y'all players, you hit a bitch on top of the head, the back of the head. You do stuff like that right there. You grab and you shake the shit out of one of these babies or something. Give her shake a baby syndrome. Because they do be babies, and if you shake them, then shaking baby. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. He said the colonizers got to be more careful. He said, what the blood clot? Baby out here looking bad. But she gonna bounce back, though. It really ain't tripping. She gonna bounce back. Move right along. What time it is? It's 1:06. Let's go on jump into the main event out here, man, because this is a main. This is a main. I saw it. I thank y'all. I really do appreciate y'all for sending me this right here because it was unbelievable. The decisions, again, that a female will make, and she's the victim. The decisions that females make, and they still end up being the victim. We got a situation. Y'all see what the headlines is. We have a pregnant 16-year-old who was murdered. They say murdered by her 36-year-old baby daddy and her new boyfriend. How these fools teamed up? I don't Boy, talk about players working together. Jesus, let's see what's going on, y'all. Here we go.
Who loved 16-year-old Zariah Dodd went from planning her baby shower to instead this vigil.
Very talented. She loved to sing. She loved to do art.
Richland Fox met Dodd years ago as a group home manager, supporting her through the struggles of being in state care.
I went through the system as well, and so did she.
While she left that job, Fox still treated Dodd like one of her own. You took her to church?
Yeah, took her to church, did everything with her. She was over on holidays. She was still in the family.
Fox said Dodd was at another group home and had left for a walk. Police were called to Maryview Park on July 5th. There, they found her body.
I now can never get her back.
Phoenix police say 36-year-old Jarrell Davis was the biological father of the 16-year-old's unborn baby, Zalani. They say Davis conspired with 18-year-old Decree James Gillette to kill Dodd and baby Zalani.
Two monsters got together and decided that, for whatever reason they chose to do this, they planned this murder out and carried it out.
All right, back it up real quick. That's the new boyfriend. In case y'all don't know, go ahead.
Gillette to kill Dodd and baby Zalani.
Two monsters got together and decided that, for whatever reason they chose to do this, they planned this murder out and carried it out. It's tragic all around.
The two men facing murder charges, Davis also facing sexual misconduct with a minor. Friday night, during initial court appearances, state prosecutors said Dodd was going to complete a forensic interview for an ongoing investigation into the sexual misconduct.
When I heard that she was pregnant, I were thinking, a little boy who's 15, 16. But no, a 30-something man is what we had got back.
Fox said Dodd had been to many group homes in her short life and that she was known to run.
Zariah was felled when she hit home number 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and so on and so on. She was felled in.
Advocates saying more measures should be put in place to protect high-risk teens like Dodd.
There are so many other youth just like her in foster care, so many youth just like her in other group homes that deserve to know that there's going to be justice brought, not just for her, but also for them.
As questions remain, Fox is focusing on the young person stolen too soon from her future.
She was a very smart, young, beautiful girl who wanted everything as a normal child.
In Phoenix, Lillian Donahue, ABC 15, Arizona.
April 6, 15, Arizona. The age of consent in Arizona is 18 out here. That's the age of consent. So we can go on and knock that down. Table. Let's run it back just a little bit. I got questions. Like y'all got questions too. How was a 36-year-old able to hunch a 16-year-old girl and bounce around from foster care to foster care to foster care? This is really a big problem in the great United States of America. But
Richland Fox met Dodd years ago as a group home manager, supporting her through the struggles of being in state care.
I went through the system as well, and so did she.
While she left that job, Fox still treated Dodd like one of her own.
You took her to church? Yeah, took her to church, did everything with her. She was over on holidays. She was still in the family.
Fox said Dodd was at another group home and had left for a walk. Police were called to Maryview Park on July.
She was at another group home and she left for a walk. Oh, this was the day that she got knocked off.
5th. There, they found her body.
I now can never get her back.
Phoenix police say 36-year-old Jarrell Davis was the biological father of the 16-year-old's unborn baby, Zalani.
Okay, unborn baby. Got that little piece out there? Everybody got that? Oh, let's go ahead on and give you this then. Let's see what we got over here with this.
Of a teenager who ran away from a group home in Surprise.
Zariah Dodd.
Surprise. And Surprise is a town.
Was nearly 6 months pregnant when she was found shot to death in a park in Maryvale about a month ago. Fox 10 investigator Justin Lum broke the news this morning, and he joins us live now with what?
She all happened. She happened pregnant at 16. Remember the last lady said she was very smart. She was very smart. What's the definition of smart? Smart, having or showing quick-witted intelligence. That's the definition of smart. Well, that's the first definition of a device programmed so as capable of some independent action. Intelligence. It's telling me sharp, quick-witted. Yeah. She's pregnant at 16 by a 36-year-old man who most people will have a problem with. She's smart, though.
We know about the suspects, Justin.
John, Ellen, we first brought you Zariah's case on Wednesday. Now 2 men are booked on charges of murder, but we have now confirmed that one of the suspects is the father of Zariah's unborn baby. Phoenix police say 36-year-old Jarrell Davis and 18-year-old Jacree James Gillette conspired in Zariah's death. Davis is also facing a charge of sexual misconduct with a minor. On the night of July 4th, Zariah left Sunshine Residential, a group home in Surprise, 4 hours before she was reported as a runaway to police. She was found dead with a gunshot wound at Maryview Park in Phoenix around 6 a.m. the next morning.
So are they saying that she ran away from this group home also? Is that what they're saying? Because she has left multiple group homes.
We've been digging into Davis's criminal history. He's been behind bars since July 15th after Phoenix police arrested him in connection to a missing 17-year-old girl out of Glendale. That girl's mother filed an order of protection against him last August.
Oh boy, he like him young. That's what's up. This not a one-off thing.
Girl out of Glendale. That girl's mother filed an order of protection against him last August and has been trying ever since to get Davis off the streets. When police executed a search warrant on his car, they found him with the girl and recovered a gun. Police say Davis claimed the gun was owned by a friend of his friend, Jacree. Davis is a prohibited possessor after pleading guilty to child abuse in 2008 for impregnating a 14-year-old when he was 19 at the time.
Okay, so that's like against the law right there then. Hold on, wait. So he impregnated a 14-year-old when he was 19. That's a 5-year span. That's a 5-year. I don't think that they got like the Romeo Juliet thing, right? Do they? Bam. Hold on, don't want to talk right now and say that. Oh, they do have the Romeo Juliet law. Arizona has a limited exception known as the Romeo Juliet law. The law may apply in the victim if it's between 15 and 17 years old and the other party is under 19 and still in high school with a maximum age difference of 2 years. A maximum age difference of 2 years. Do y'all see how we play with these numbers? This law may apply if the victim is between 15 and 17 and the other party is under 19 and still attending high school. So you can be this adult, you can be 18. As long as you're still in high school, then you can bang somebody that's 15 to 17. We play with these numbers. We really do play with these numbers. But he was 19 and this teen was 14 and he impregnated her?
In 2008 for impregnating a 14-year-old when he was 19 at the time.
Oh, so he just be going raw. He just be going raw all the time. That boy ain't finna use no rubber.
Father of 16-year-old Zariah Dodd reacts to the arrest.
Oh, the 16-year-old got a daddy. Then why is she in multiple group homes? That's deep. Go ahead.
What's going through your mind right now?
Honestly, disgust. I mean, it's he's 36, 30, whatever. It's traumatizing. But
do we have? I just gotta ask a question. Do we have a problem with? Well, here we do have a problem with the age of the meat. Why is it a problem with the age of the meat? Meat is a meat. Meat is a meat. What's the difference in the 16-year-old meat and the 36-year-old meat?
I'm happy that they did find the people who did this. That was my main objective there, as far as, you know, the investigation, how it was put out there. A lot of mixed emotions. I do want to follow this. I want to stay on top of it to continue to get more justice for my daughter.
You say, Willie, we got a Romeo and Juliet law that allows for a 4-year window. Yep, like in Florida. There's a 4-year window here too. But for there, it was 2-year window. See, we play with numbers.
My granddaughter.
Davis and James Gillette are set to appear in court on these charges at some point tonight. More coverage at 5 as we hear from the mother of the 17-year-old girl who went missing back in May before she was found with Davis. I'm Fox 10 investigator Justin Lum.
All right, Justin, thank you.
Oh, so they're going to talk to the mama.
And a vigil for Zariah and her unborn baby happening tonight at Maryview Park near 57th Avenue in Osborne. It will begin at 7 p.m. and we will have coverage of that vigil tonight on the news.
Oh, so all this happened on Friday. I ain't need much know. Let's go on to the next one real quick then. But she had a whole daddy. Question was, well, why is she jumping from group home to group home? Y'all do understand that she's a runaway. Y'all do understand that she chose to run from group home to group home. Well, not that she chose to run from group home to group home. She would run away from the group home. That other lady said that she was real smart. That's what she said.
Tonight, we're learning more about a potential motive in the murder of a Valley teenager found shot at a park earlier this month. 16-year-old Zariah Dodd was 22 weeks pregnant when she was found dead back on July 5th, and the father of her child is now accused of her murder.
Say, Willie, the difference between meat is financial benefit. Facts.
Journalist Sean Rice joining us in studio with what prosecutors are saying about why this murder was carried out. Sean?
Yeah, it's one thing everybody looks for, Rachel, in a horrific murder case like this. Why would someone do this? Well,
why would somebody do? Why would a 36-year-old knock off a 16-year-old who is pregnant in a state that consent law is 18? You say, but yeah, generally, I think that that's a silly law because it varies from state to state. Exactly. You cross the state. It's nasty in Florida to bang a 16-year-old. It's not nasty in Georgia to bang a 16-year-old. It's just it makes no sense to me.
This case, prosecutors revealed late last night that 36-year-old, the father of Zariah's child, Jarrell Davis, may have killed her to prevent her from having that child.
No shit. Say may have? Come on, dog.
And when he did appear at about 11 p.m. last night for the first time in front of a Maricopa County judge. The Maricopa County Attorney's Office revealed that Zariah was just days away from undergoing a forensic interview with police as they investigated sexual misconduct allegations against Davis.
Wait, my bad. She was finna drop a dime.
From undergoing a forensic interview with police as they investigated sexual misconduct allegations against Davis. Now, police say Dodd left the surprise group home where she was living on the night of July 4th. She was going to meet up with 36-year-old Davis. Now, Dodd would not return to the group home that night, and her body was found at Maryview Park in West Phoenix the next day by a man who was just walking his dog in the area. She was found with a gunshot wound to the head, according to prosecutors. Now, in court late last night, as Davis was accused and advised of his murder charges, more of that evidence against him came to light. Take a listen.
The witness statements as well as video evidence connected the suspect to the murder. There was a DNA test also done on the unborn child. That DNA test did confirm that the suspect is the father of that unborn child.
And another man, the man here on the right of your screen, is 18-year-old Jacry James Gillette. He's also been charged in connection with Dodd's murder. His exact involvement has not yet been disclosed, though prosecutors did say that he was dating Dodd around the same time that she was murdered. Now, both men have been charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. That would be 1 count for killing Dodd and another for killing her unborn child. They are both being held inside the Maricopa County Jail on $1 million cash-only bond.
That was her whole boyfriend. The 18-year-old was her boyfriend. Yeah. I got a question. The 18-year-old was dating the 16-year-old who was pregnant. We have to also think about this. Y'all ain't got no options out here in the goddamn street. Is it? Well, wait. Because a lot of times they talk about we be dating and we really just be smashing. We really be smashing. And then you got to think to yourself, a lot of us, we don't like to use protection. And a lot of people may think, well, having sex with a pregnant girl is nasty. Well, I would say that having sex with a pregnant girl is not nasty. Having sex with a pregnant girl, it gives you a lot of time to practice. Especially if you don't like to use condoms, you ain't got to worry about her getting pregnant. You ain't got to worry about that baby getting pregnant, though. A lot of people may see it as nasty because it's somebody else's baby in there. Well, think about this right here. We don't think that it is nasty if you is having sex with your pregnant little Lala, right? If your woman is pregnant, I think that the majority of people would not look at that as nasty if y'all having sex, right? But a lot of people will say that it's nasty because you're having sex with a pregnant woman that's not yours. Like the woman is not your woman and she's pregnant by somebody else. We would look at that as nasty, right? Right. Got it. Watch it. Now watch how I do this right here. So that means that it's nasty if you have sex with Yola Lala and she's pregnant. But what if the baby's not yours? Huh? Is it nasty then? She's still Yola Lala and you was under the belief that it's your baby. Shout out to Craig for the $1 cash out. You say, what if she gave them a STD? That's a good one right there. Ooh, that's a good one right there. Say sharing is caring. That is a good one right there. You probably pass around a little something. Huh? I'm just saying though. So is it really so much because listen, a lot of us, we think that we can hit the baby. You can't. Stop it. You can't hit the baby. Now that's some stuff that we used to joke about in school. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do it, man. I'm going to hit the baby and all that. Boy, shut up. You don't know nothing. You don't know nothing about biology. You was not affecting the child at all. Unless you got that coke meat. You got that coke meat. Maybe. Shout out to Popcorn and Pajamas for the $5 super chat. He say, how is he getting charged for 2 murders? I thought that it wasn't a baby until it was born. Isn't that what they say when it comes down to abortion? Facts. We've been trying to make that argument for the longest. What do you mean it's not a baby because the baby cannot survive by itself? But bitch, if you 2 months and I push you down and now you have a miscarriage, they're going to charge me with feticide. Because I done killed your baby that you possibly didn't want any damn way. But because it's because of my actions that that you lost the baby, or they're going to claim that you lost the baby, I'm held accountable. A lot of these females just undecided on what's a baby and not a baby. It's a baby. It's not a baby when they want a abortion. It's a baby when they're going to keep the baby. Say, Willie, you telling your business? Listen, this is crazy. The whole story is just crazy, but I would just really, really love to know, how did they team up? Like in my mind, he knocked off because she would not have an abortion. Just in my mind. But I would just want to know how the baby daddy and the new boyfriend got together and was like, man, let go it on and knock off. Ooh. Wait a minute. How did they know that he was the baby daddy? How did they know that he had anything to do with her sexually? Oh, wait a minute. Maybe because the last video, I think when a woman had done took him to court by something. No, but that was about something old. Wait a minute. Somebody said something about something. Hold on. I'm trying to remember. I got a lot on my mind. Y'all got a lot on my mind. Let's see.
Him in connection to a missing 17-year-old girl out of Glendale. That girl's mother, after Phoenix police warning. We've been digging into Davis's criminal history. He's been behind bars since July 15th after Phoenix police arrested him in connection to a missing 17-year-old girl out of Glendale. That girl's mother filed an order of protection against him last August and has been trying ever since to get Davis off the streets. When police executed a search warrant on his car, they found him with the girl and recovered a gun.
Stop. He's been in jail since July, right? July 15th at approximately 11:28. The Phoenix Department detectives were conducting a surveillance in reference to a missing person investigation for the victim, a 17-year-old missing juvenile from the city of Glendale. Reference Glendale PD report, yada yada yada. During research into the victim, it was learned that she was listed as a plaintiff in the order of protection. The 17-year-old was a complainant, or listed as a complainant in the order of protection that her mama had done put on out there. Y'all picked up on it yet? Have y'all picked up on it yet? Watch it.
Davis off the streets. When police executed a search, the mother filed an order of protection against him last August.
The mother found an order of protection last August. This July, he was caught with her. The mother filed listen, the 17-year-old wanted that meat, baby. See, the mother didn't want him to be around her. But the 17-year-old wanted to be around him. Decisions. Now we may say, well, she's 17 and she don't know the decisions that she had to make, but she can make a decision to, if she was to get pregnant by anybody, to keep the baby. She can make this decision to become a parent, right?
and has been trying ever since to get Davis off the streets. When police executed a search warrant on his car, they found him with the girl and recovered a gun. Police say Davis claimed the gun was owned by a friend of his friend, Jacree. Davis is a prohibited possessor after pleading guilty to child abuse in 2008 for impregnating a 14-year-old when he was 19 at the time. The father of 16-year-old Zariah Dodd reacts to the arrest.
I still don't know. I don't even know how he was linked to this. So he's linked to it, but how did they determine whether he was the child's father? Oh, she told somebody. She told somebody. She had to tell somebody. That's probably what happened. Got it.
What's going through your mind right now?
Honestly, disgust.
I just really want to know why she wasn't in the house with her dad. Why she wasn't living with her dad. But they said that they were supposed to have been talking to the mother. Let's see, that was 2 days ago. That was 1 day ago. I don't have that video. The case of her, yada yada yada. 2 hours ago, 2 teens and somebody that killed their parents. Got to be more careful. The prosecutors reveal potential motive. I know the motive. I been pregnant and he didn't want the baby. Ladies, let this be a learning lesson, though. Especially if y'all young. If you all is not in a relationship, and I don't mean smashing, I mean in a relationship, like y'all go together. If y'all don't go together, and y'all tell a player who y'all just smashing that you pregnant, be wary. Be careful. Be cautious. That man say, I'm not ready for no child. I don't want no baby. I already got kids. You know what I'm saying? I really can't do this right here. You know I got somebody. When a man is talking like this right here, you better watch your back. You better find you the nearest gun shop and find you a bulletproof vest or something. I'm trying to tell y'all, men be warning y'all, but y'all don't think that men will do anything. Let's do a little bit of this right here. They say, I'm sorry, but talking to the father is useless. It's clear that he had no idea what was going on with his daughter. Where was he that his daughter had to go from group home to group home at 16? Well, at only 16. Where was he that she was allowed to meet and get pregnant by a damn 36-year-old man? He said, I'm tired of seeing family members getting interviewed after a child passed from abuse, neglect, or murder. He say it's always situations where it could have been avoided. Those same family members will talk to the news wanting justice, but where in the hell were they before the crime? That's a good one. That's a real, real good one. The problem, the one thing that she missing in this story was, why was a 16-year-old a runaway? Why was a 16-year-old in a group home in the first place? Where's the mom at? Was she living with the father? Was she living with the father? Or was she living with the mother? Shout out to G for being a member for 19 months. You say that community Lala wanted that meat shoved inside of her hiked up monkey as she looked back and receive all that pleasure. Got to be more careful. They be about that life. You say DNA tests will come out in court. No. No, they've already DNA tested and confirmed that he is the father. They've already confirmed it. So I had to come to the conclusion that she told somebody that that was her baby daddy before this situation. The father sounds like he doesn't give a damn about her. Yep, an actual predator that should have been off the streets a long time ago. They say, I called it. I said that she was probably pregnant by an older man and he did this. I hate that I was right. Do y'all even understand to make a call like this right here? To make this She's probably pregnant by an older man. To make this call, watch this. Nobody's going to blame the teens. But to make this call, this person must have saw a lot of stories and or known of teens getting pregnant by older men. This person must know that teens is out here having sex with older men. Oh, not forcible sex. Oh, no. Voluntary sex. Although in that great state, technically, legally, you cannot consent. But if it was not forced, in my mind, it is consent. Just saying, because it was consent. It's just not legally consent. These two monsters should face life in prison or worse for killing a pregnant girl. So now we care about killing a pregnant girl when we don't have. We worry about killing a pregnant girl at the same time we is okay with abortion. He said they are pathetic for doing that. Condolences to the girl's father and family. He say she need a father. Where was him before this happened? She was looking for love in the wrong places. A sad story. That could be, yeah. Yada. Get that off the screen. Yeah. I wish that we knew. Now the people said that they was gonna talk to the mother, and I think it was off of this video. Nope, it was this lady. This lady
Been charged in connection with Dodd's murder. His exact involvement has not of first-degree murder. That would be one count for killing Dodd and another for killing her unborn child. They are both being held inside the Maricopa County.
Shout out to Roshan for the $1 cash app. He said no forensics tests to confirm him next day. I don't know how they did with the forensics. I have no idea. But hold on. I'm trying to see if it one day ago. Damn it, I forgot which one they said, because that was a woman who was the reporter who said that, though.
For them.
As questions remain, Fox is focusing on the young person stolen too soon from her future.
She was a very smart, young, beautiful girl who wanted everything as a normal child.
In Phoenix, Lillian Donahue, ABC 15.
So it wasn't that, and then if it wasn't this one. Oh, this was after we spoke to the father. Oh, all right.
Destination. I was put out there. A lot of mixed emotions. Get more just my granddaughter.
Davis and James Gillette are set to appear in court on these charges at some point tonight. More coverage at 5 as we hear from the mother of the 17-year-old girl who went missing back in May before she was found with Davis. I'm Fox 10 investigator Justin Lum.
All right, Justin, thank you. And a vigil for Zariah and her unborn baby happening.
So it's at 5. So I got to stay on this page. Y'all just got to bear with me. I got to stay on this page, Fox. So that was 2 days ago. Death penalty possible for the man accused of killing. Well, let's see what they say.
16-year-old Zariah Dodd, who was pregnant when she died. 2 men are in custody accused of conspiring to kill her, including the unborn baby's father. Taylor Wirtz joins me with the details tonight. Taylor.
Yeah, Brian, Jarrell Davis and Jacree James Gillette are each facing 2 counts of first-degree murder. They appeared in court late last night. I talked with criminal defense attorney Benjamin Taylor tonight about what's next for the suspects in the search for justice for Zariah. 16-year-old Zariah Dodd was found murdered in Maryview Park on the morning of July 5th. She was almost 6 months pregnant.
It's sick that you will take another child's life because you don't want the proof to come out.
Now, almost a month later, loved ones.
It's sick that you will take a child's life because you don't want the evidence to come out. What? How is that?
Life because you don't want the proof to come out.
Because you don't want the proof to come out. It's sick that you would remove, in my opinion, the problem. You would get rid of the problem. It's sick that you will remove somebody because you don't want the evidence to come out. That's not sick. That's actually smart. You don't want the evidence to come out. You get rid of the evidence, right? Right?
Now, almost a month later, loved ones say she is finally getting justice with the arrests of 36-year-old Jarrell Davis and 18-year-old Jacree James Gillette, who appeared in front of a judge late Friday night.
There are allegations that you committed murder in the first degree, which is a Class 1 felony.
Davis, who Phoenix police says is the father of Dodd's unborn daughter, is facing 2 counts of first-degree murder charges. Criminal defense attorney Benjamin Taylor says an unborn child often means a harsher penalty.
I mean, with an unborn child, they could either charge the defendant with killing the baby that's unborn and the mother. So basically, each count could be 1 count for the mother and 1 count for the unborn child.
Davis is accused of sexual misconduct with a minor in this case. He also pled guilty for impregnating a 14-year-old in 2008 when he was 19 and received probation. Taylor says Davis' record is against him.
When a person has prior convictions on their record.
So impregnating a 14-year-old as a 19-year-old gets you probation. I guess we ain't that upset with a 19-year-old banging a 14-year-old.
The prosecutor usually aggravates their sentence or even asks for the maximum amount. And here the maximum amount is life in prison or even death.
18-year-old Jacree James Gillette also faces 2 counts of premeditated first-degree murder charges for Zariah's death. Taylor says 2 suspects shows more of a plan in the eyes of prosecutors.
First-degree murder means that something's premeditated. It means it's thought out. There was a plan involved, and it wasn't just some last-minute thing. The defendants allegedly planned this out to kill the victim here.
All of these things considered, Taylor says the death penalty isn't off the table.
And because you have a minor, a pregnant minor, this is a very egregious act that was caused here. And so ultimately the prosecutor can even go death penalty in the future if they decide to.
Shout out to King Pepper for the $2 super chat. Say yet no charge for abortions by females. Facts.
And Taylor, you were at the vigil last night for Zariah. Apparently some friends and family aren't happy with the group home where she lived.
Yeah, Brian, that's right. Zariah was living at Sunshine Residential, which is a group home in Surprise when this happened. And many have questions as to how she could have gotten pregnant by a 36-year-old man while living there and why they let her go off on her own after dark the night she was killed. I asked Benjamin Taylor if the home could face legal action.
The group home here, if they are found negligent here, they can be found negligent for child abuse charges. If there's any information or evidence to see that the group home was here liable, it could have prevented the murders of these people. The system is broken here. A lot of times is just overwhelmed with minors. A lot of times there's not enough resources out there, and sometimes minors unfortunately die in the hands of the group homes.
Sunshine Residential gave Fox 10 this statement when we reached out. They said, quote, "We continue working with the Phoenix Police Department and partnering agencies in their ongoing investigation. We will not rest until the perpetrator of..."
All that shit. Moving right along. I ain't gonna even much hold you. So we got the gist of it. I would just, I guess maybe in the future we would get more information and we will find out why was she even living in a group home. Why was she not with her parents? They did say that they were going to talk to her mother, but obviously I don't have the mother video, so can't say nothing about that right there. But that is a whole problem, but that's something that we actually do need to know. Moving right along. All right, bam. Let's go ahead and do this right here. I've never understood why this was illegal. Well, hold on. Let me say it like this right here. Because I did this story. Right here, and I understand why it would be illegal as far as paperwork. As far as paperwork, I get it. Shout out to Craig for the $1 cash app. You say her dad will sue and get rich. Hell yeah, you sue the group home because she was underage. She was a child. She was not supposed to be outside by herself. Yup. We have a Florida man who was married to 3 women at the same time and sentenced for felony bigamy. felony bigamy. He said, do we smell a GoFundMe? Hell, I didn't even. Oh, I did look up I looked up the GoFundMe, and somebody created a GoFundMe, and they had got up to $2,200, but it was a fake account. It was a fake account, and GoFundMe out there and gave all that money back. You know what I'm saying? I saw it. Listen, I did my due diligence before I came on. I looked it up. And here, just so I can be more transparent. Just so I can, damn it. What is her name? Dodd something. What is that baby last name? What is it? Bud? It's something like that right there. Hell, I can't find it right now. Because I can't find a doggone name. Because I actually did want to show it to y'all, but it was a used. Oh, Dob. Zaria. Hold on. Not in a hurry. I'll put it up on the screen for you like this for what I saw. Let me stroll on over here. Let me show y'all where it's at. Here. And somebody put this here up, but it wasn't the right people, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe it was over. 11 days until the service, August 15th. And it's over, so something happened with this right here. It's not right. Anyway, like I said, moving right along. Go on to get that there off my thing. We finna talk about this being married to multiple people out here in these doggone streets, which I don't see it as it's a whole felony for you to go to the courts and marry. I think there's a problem. But anyway, let's see what transpired. Let's see what they're trying to get them with.
We broke earlier this year.
Yep.
Good evening and welcome to ABC Action News at 6. I'm Wendy Ryan.
I'm Paul Agrone. A Florida man was thrown in jail after his wife discovered that he was married to 2 other women at the same time. He was back in court yesterday for his sentencing hearing after pleading guilty to bigamy, which is a felony.
And new tonight, I-Team investigator Adam Walser is following through with the latest developments in this strange case, and it was shared all across social media.
Henry Betsy Jr. pleaded guilty to a single felony count of bigamy back in May, but after he entered that plea deal, he was arrested in another state, leading the judge to revoke his bond. When we last saw Henry Betsy Jr. in court, he was dressed in a sports shirt and blazer with his new girlfriend beside him.
Yeah, Henry, we want to get your side of all this. What can you tell us?
Well, unfortunately, I'm unable to talk at this moment.
But when he arrived for his sentencing hearing Thursday, he was wearing handcuffs and an orange Hernando County jail uniform. His bond revoked by the judge because he was arrested for assault and battery of a family or household member. The alleged assault took place in Virginia, where he and his girlfriend had traveled to attend a wedding. Thursday's hearing was all about the felony bigamy charge we first told you about in May. 3 Florida women from 3 different Florida counties all met Henry Betsy Jr. on dating websites.
I got a point to say out to y'all, though. All these lighted hue sisters, all these white queens, in the words of our good brother, Dr. Umar, snow bunnies, like he say, snow bunnies never, and I'm here to tell you, no, boy, them snow bunnies going out here. You got to think about it. 3 of them went through a marriage with a darker hue player.
Told you about in May. 3 Florida women from 3 different Florida counties all met Henry Betsy Jr. on dating websites and married him at county courthouses during a 2-year period. Only one of his wives was willing to appear on camera.
I met him on Match.com.
And she's not a ugly white queen.
Here on camera.
I met him on Match.com.
He said all the right things.
He sold the perfect person when in reality he was none of those things.
He got him a blonde, probably a blue-eyed sugar.
Betsy didn't get divorces or annulments before marrying again. Last year, Tanya Betsy learned Henry was married to Michelle and Brandy Betsy.
I just started county by county putting his name in, and that's when I came up with the marriage to Michelle and the marriage to Brandy.
I said that right there before, too. Dr. Umar needs him a snow bunny. Yeah.
She found me and she messaged me, and I had no idea that she was actually still married to him.
The wives all blame the state of Florida for not cross-referencing marriage licenses between counties.
Because if there were safeguards in place and there was cross-referencing on different counties here in the state of Florida, none of this would have ever happened.
If the counties did talk, that would have saved me a lot of heartache, a lot of money, a lot of stress.
At Thursday's sentencing, Michelle Betsy addressed the judge.
And I am unfortunately still the wife of the defendant. I am not here today.
And she ain't got a bad shape neither. Hold on. Mm-hmm. Y'all ladies got competition out here, boy.
At sentencing, Michelle Betsy addressed the judge.
And I am unfortunately still the wife of the defendant. I am not here today just as a woman who was betrayed by someone I once trusted, but also speaking on behalf of the other women involved. What he did was not a mistake, it was a deliberate choice, and choices have consequences.
Henry also spoke.
First and foremost, I want to apologize to the ladies for it, and I want to apologize to the court administration and also to my family and friends that have to be involved in this, because ultimately this is something that, I did not wish on anyone.
Because
he speaks so well. That is so good.
Henry had no prior criminal convictions, and his case in Virginia has not been resolved. The judge said he was limited under the law in what sentence he could impose.
Adjudicated guilty of the bigamy offense, which is going to make him a convicted felon. I'm going to sentence him to 2 years of probation with 8 days credit for time served. He'll undergo a mental health evaluation. He'll complete a certified batterer's intervention program.
Deputies collected Henry's fingerprints and a DNA sample as part of the protocol following his felony conviction. Betsy's former wives and their family and friends said they had hoped he would see jail time, but were glad to put a difficult chapter behind them.
Hold on. So they wanted him to go to jail? Y'all hold me something else. Listen, look.
Protocol following his felony conviction. Betsy's former wives and their family and friends said they had hoped.
Yeah, here's some thick. Listen. Player done picked him at least two thick white
following
queens.
His felony conviction. Betsy's former wives and their family and friends said they had hoped he would see jail time, but were glad to put a difficult chapter behind them.
And while
So women want men to go to jail because they married more than one?
it was not jail sentence, the fact that he is now a convicted felon, that speaks mountains. And I feel like that is vindication on our part.
Is that the first time you've heard him say, "I'm sorry"?
Absolutely. And I'm sure that it was only said because it was recommended by his attorney to say.
I told y'all, stop apologizing. They get upset when you don't apologize. They feel some type of way because you don't apologize. But when you do apologize for whatever reason that you apologize for, they don't even accept the apology. So it makes no sense anyway.
Do I think that he has any remorse? Absolutely not.
Michelle says she's now talking to state legislators, hoping they'll introduce a law calling for some type of statewide marriage license database.
We can take this to the next level, that we all here in the state of Florida can learn from this, and that
He over 6 feet.
we can put up safeguards so that this doesn't happen to other women.
In addition to that probation, the judge ordered Betsy to stay off of social media and dating websites, and he also ordered him not to have any contact with his 3 former wives.
Do y'all even understand? Just think about this right here. These was 3 women that he found on the dating app who was single. See, this speaks to a lot of you all got your careers, you living it up, you got your own house, you got your own car, you got your career thing going on, but you late in age and shit like that right there, and now you looking for love. Oh man,
My team investigator Adam Walser with photojournalist Matt McGlashan taking action for you.
I got the hold on.
Adam, thank you. And here's a look at Adam's original story that was shared.
All right. Anyway, I gotta ask my AI la something real quick. Why is bigamy illegal? Bigamy is illegal in the United States and most Western countries due to the historical, social, and legal reasons rooted in traditional monogamous values and concerns about potential abuse. While some religious groups may practice polygamy, it's not legally recognized and often associated with potential issues like exploitation, financial fraud, and complications with inheritance and child custody. So that's why marrying multiple women is illegal due to his historical, social, legal reasons rooted in traditional monogamous values and concern about potential abuse. I want y'all to think about this right here. Singular marriage is legal, right? I just be thinking sometimes. Single marriage, monogamous marriage is legal. Bigamy, multiple marriages, is illegal. But the multiple marriage thing is illegal because of potential abuse. I've done hundreds of stories of the abuse in single marriages. How many, and I do understand that there is not a lot, but how many stories have I done of abuse in multiple marriages? Do y'all understand that is one of the reasons why it's illegal for potential abuse? So then why is any marriage legal if we are concerned about potential abuse when we have a high number of abuse in marriages? That boy good. God damn it. That boy good. I should have been a lawyer. I should have been a lawyer. I just thought about that right now. It makes no sense if that's one of the reasons. Now, when it comes down to the other reason, while some religious groups may practice polygamy and it is not legally recognized and often associated with potential issues like exploitation, financial fraud, and complications with inheritance and child custody. I don't understand. Well, I kind of get the child custody thing. If you have multiple women and then things fall apart and somebody may be like, well, yes, you produced the child, but I took care of the child and the child wants to be with me more. All of that fly stuff. You know, the things that we go through with mama and daddy, stuff like that. I can kind of understand that part and the complications with inheritance, which it should not be complications in inheritance if there was rules and regulations. The only thing that we have to do is write rules and regulations. Say financial fraud, as if financial fraud don't happen in monogamous marriages. Like exploitation don't happen in monogamous marriages. Like a problem in child custody don't happen in monogamous marriages. We play too much. Moving right along, I ain't gonna even much hold you. A lot of time we just don't be thinking it through. We just deal with the laws that is here. We deal with the laws that has been given to us. We deal with the laws that we grew up with. You know? Nothing more, nothing less. And we just like, oh, all right, cool then. It is what it is because they say that this is what it is. And then we be in our feelings. We be in our feelings because of the law that somebody else had done came up with, knowing good as hell, well, we can care less about shit. You know, we haven't even thought deep about it. Doggone shame. Move right along. I ain't gonna be much over you. Take it on down here on the Hollandale Beach, Florida. My state, stand your ground state, bus bitch, go home, say please don't run up, win 55 life state. This is in Miami. He said a man granted bond after being accused of setting his girlfriend's Hollandale Beach apartment on fire. Shout out to a player because I know that he did not just set his girlfriend's apartment on fire for no reason. Let's see what they're talking about. Here we go.
And a Broward County man accused of setting his ex-girlfriend's apartment on fire because she wouldn't let him in went before a judge this morning.
Okay.
His arrest was caught on camera. Good evening to you. I'm Chelsea Jones.
Chelsea, he had reasons. She ain't let him in.
CBS News Miami's Nakaya Carrero is in Fort Lauderdale, where that man is currently still in custody. 30-year-old Paul Huff is here at the Broward County Main Jail facing a slew of charges for allegedly setting his ex's apartment on fire at a Hollandale Beach motel that displaced people for hours. On top of his bond requirements, the judge ordered him to have a mental and medical screening done.
Morning, sir. You've been charged with arson, first degree of a dwelling or building with people present, possession of cocaine, robbery by sudden snatching without a firearm or weapon, assault, burglary of an occupied structure unarmed.
Paul Huff is facing 6 charges after fire at the El Rancho Motel on North Federal Highway early Friday morning. According to police, he intentionally set the fire.
The ex-boyfriend came to the house and says he set a fire outside of her home.
Police body camera video shows the moments emergency crews arrived on scene to find one of the units at the mixed-use motel engulfed in flames. A woman seen inside after the flames were put out spoke with CBS News Miami and recalls the terrifying moments.
I just woke up and saw the fire, like, just the legs were like on fire.
Once Huff was identified as the alleged arsonist, police located him at a nearby McDonald's and took him into custody.
Okay, he complied.
Huff's ex-girlfriend, who lives in the apartment, was moved to a different unit in the motel. As for Huff, he has a bail of $23,000 and will be having a GPS monitor placed on him as part of his bond requirements. In Fort Lauderdale, Nakaya Carrero, CBS News, Miami.
Talk about we be doing too much, right? I'm glad that you pointed out. You say, so his ex is homeless. Yeah. Listen. He tried to get into, they say he tried to get into his ex's apartment. But then they said that she was at a hotel. Or they moved her to another hotel. I'm confused.
As for Huff, he has a bail of $23,000 and will be having a GPS monitor placed on him as part of his bond requirements. In Fort Lauderdale.
I missed it because they say at the apartments, but they moved it to another room at the hotel.
Fire. Once Huff was identified as the alleged arsonist, police located him at a nearby McDonald's and took him into custody.
Yes, they were housed.
Huff's ex-girlfriend, who lives in the apartment, was moved to a different unit in the motel.
That's the part that's throwing me off. So they lived in a hotel, which can kind of, well, you're not homeless as long as you have shelter, but if you're living in a hotel, then oh, damn it. Technically, you're not homeless, but kind of, sort of, you homeless if you live in a hotel. You're homeless if you live in a hotel, but technically, you're not homeless because you have shelter, according to the laws. Well, according to Florida law. Yeah, this is
Huff's ex-girlfriend, who lives in the apartment, was moved to a different unit in the motel. As for Huff, he has a bail of $23,000.
Set the hotel on fire, boy. Oh, Jesus. Them people, they already struggling out here in these streets, living in a hotel. I would think that you was like struggling because you're in a damn hotel. But a lot of people is making the choice to live. Well, not actually making the choice. They is met with a lack of choices, and that's why they are in hotels or motels. He said they in a motel, not a hotel. There's a difference. That's a fact. That is a fact. Because in actuality, they say that the hotels are actually cheaper, which is strange because like nowadays, hotels are expensive as hell. You will spend over $1,000 in a hotel, and I do understand that you don't pay lights and you don't pay water, but a lot of these extended, the extended stays have the microwaves and the small refrigerators. They do. But so yeah, you may pay $1,200 a month in a hotel, but you don't pay lights and water. which kind of balance itself out. So that's what's up. Try to burn down a hotel. We should have let him in. We should have let him in, and then he wouldn't have burnt it down. Just saying. Now, why was they separated anyway? Y'all should have been together. It's a damn shame. Damn shame. What did I have left? Hell, we can hold on. We can hold on because we're gonna come back. Oh, we're gonna come back. Oh, I got a whole bunch of stuff. Oh shit, I'm still clicking. Ooh, she bad about it. Listen. Give y'all some pat on the back. Y'all done made it to the end of the midday news out here in these streets. And I have some sad news. I'm gonna tell y'all about it tonight. We got some sad news. Got to be more careful. They say 23,000 bail is low because the judge recognized domestic love. That's what's up. We got to go ahead and let the player get on back out of here. You know what I'm saying? And try to get his paper up and try to get him a little hotel room or something like that. Players, prostate cancer awareness around here at the Willie Williams Show says just a finger. So your prostate don't work, your meat don't work. Mess around and lose your la-la and or your life. It's your choice. You make the call. Your body, your booty. I am here to help. Yes, I am. Yes, I is. Y'all, this old slow moving Monday. I'm trying to get my pep back up and all this stuff right here. But we got a whole bunch of other stories that we're going to talk about later on tonight. Y'all please remember to go around to the Willie Williams Show 4 channel, 7 channel, and accept and agree channel. Subscribe. Watch the standalone videos. I still be putting up stuff. Now, a lot of y'all are sending me videos that I already done the videos on. Say that again. A lot of y'all be sending me videos that I've already done the videos on. They're just on the standalone channels. I did them in the standalone form and not the long form. You know, because a lot of you all, a lot of people don't like to sit through the long forms, and y'all do like the short form videos. But I just say, watch them. Just go ahead on and watch them. That's what's up. You say, Willie, good show, good commentary on point. See you tonight. Joanna's out. I appreciate y'all, man. I really, really do. Y'all have a good one, man. Hell, we out of here.